Okay, LDBC, man, let's just go ahead and skip everything. Let's get right into it. Frederick Hawthorne. Listen, man, I get that you're on the whole black people need to do better kick. I get it, because I believe black people need to do better too, okay? I'm with you on that one. But Fred, why is it that every damn time, black people do anything significant or anything, out of the norm, something that people been telling black people to do for years and decades, you find a way to flip it around to make it seem like that black people are embarrassing themselves. What is it with you? What is it with you and this whole this whatever black people do is never good enough attitude? Like, what is it? And Fred, sometimes when you're talking, it's almost like you got this air about you that you think you better than black people, that you think you better than the rest of us. Like, are you serious? I understand you and Jason Whitlock, y'all boys and y'all homies. I get it. And maybe Jason Whitlock, I guess, maybe woke you up. I don't know. But I think, though, with the Alabama brawl, okay, how is it that, I guess, fathers not being in the home and, that, I guess that kind of, led up to the Alabama brawl? Fred, what this was, and yes, you're saying it wasn't about race. Yeah, it was about race. Of course it was about race. Okay, and let's just keep it 100. Okay, you had some dudes that were entitled who didn't respect the security guard, black skin, like you said, didn't respect this man. Didn't respect this black man who was doing his job. So I guess the security guard doing his job, did he have a father issue in the home? What about the people that was doing the attacking, Fred? What about them? Did they have father issues? Because you always flip it back. You starting to sound like Stephen A. Smith. You always flip it back on black people. What about these guys that attacked this damn security guard? What about their father issues? And moreover, Fred, when you do the background on these men that attacked the security guard, one of these guys got a warrant. Already got warrants out. He's supposed to turn himself in a long time ago. This guy got a criminal history. Fred, did this guy not have a father in the house? How do you explain this? How you gonna explain this? Just one time, just one fucking time. Just one time. Could you stop trying to be so high and mighty, like you better than black people, and see this Alabama brawl for what it was? I call it solidarity. For one time in history, modern day black folks in America stood up for each other, supported each other. And you don't understand why black people are happy? You don't understand why we happy about that? You don't get it? What's there not to get, Fred? You see, you take every good thing. Whenever black people do something, whenever we're happy, it's almost like you don't think we should be happy about what we need to be happy about. Fred, I think black people can turn over a whole new leaf. I think black people can get together and organize and put their money together. I think we could do all of that and you would still find room to criticize. Because, Fred, I didn't hear you criticize them white guys. Fred, I ain't hear you criticize them guys at all. I ain't hear you criticize them, Fred. Why? Why are you not criticizing those people? It's just a question. Because you don't spend damn near a year on your channel completely just decimating and bashing black people. Now, I get it. I'm not one of those people like, hey, don't call out this person because they're black. No. If a person F up, do it. But I'm more of the majority of like, hey, let's spread it out. Okay? Since you're saying that it's not about race, okay, well, if it's not about race, then spread your criticisms out for more than just black people. Yeah, I get it. White supremacy isn't the main problem of black people. I agree with that. I totally agree. That's not the biggest problem. The biggest problem for black folks is other black folks. I agree with that statement. But Fred, I mean, are we going to turn a blind eye to what these guys tried to do to that black security guard? I mean, are we going to turn a blind eye? Because it sounds like that's what you're doing. It damn near sounds like that you're trying to turn a blind eye. Like, you didn't see them guys jump off, run up to this guy and just violently attack this man. And this man stood his ground. This man stood his ground. He stood up for what he believed in, and he fought back. What defense is expected? Yeah, it is expected. But what was unexpected was solidarity. Because see, what was expected, because had nobody would have done anything, Fred, I'm gonna tell you what you would have been saying. You'd have been saying, now y'all watch this black man get beat up and all y'all holding cameras. That's what you would have said. But see, you didn't have an opportunity to say that. Because so many brothers and some sisters, came in to help. And what did you say? Oh, well, a lot of these guys spend their time twerking. Wait a minute, Fred, every black man ain't spending their time twerking. Every sister not twerking. And the sisters that helped that brother, in that brawl, what make you think they were twerking? Do you have proof that that's what they do? You see, you're stereotyping us more than any white supremacist could. I mean, how does that play out? Okay. A couple of the sisters had on some clothes. They was form-fitting clothes. And because their clothes are form-fitting, that means they twerk, right? You have an imagination, or you let it run wild when it comes to black men. And everybody not doing the stereotypical black man thing. Everybody ain't doing that, Fred. Some of us are out here getting it. Some of us are out here being productive. And some of us are out here standing for our people. Guess what? And you talking about, well, yeah, like we got reparations. Fred, I guarantee we get reparations. You'll come up with a criticism and say, well, lazy black people don't need reparations. Like, see, dude, it's always something with you. It's always something, because you're on your channel. For a long time, you said black people don't support each other. You've been saying that for years. I mean, for many, many months, Fred. That's what the hell you've been saying. And now black people support each other. Now black folks are doing it. They did it in this brawl. And then you talking about these guys ain't got no fathers in the home. Fred, fuck you.